Good morning, Atlanta. I am Sonia Ratliff reporting for UGA TV with a brief overview and update on the NFL lockout. It is so hard to believe it has been over 100 days and the National Football League players remain locked out of their training facilities. This entire issue began when the NFL football players and the NFL team owners failed to reach a collective bargaining agreement by the March 11 deadline this year. A collective bargaining agreement is a process of negotiations between employers and a representative of a group of employees aimed at reaching mutual satisfactory working contracts. These agreements define pay scales, work hours, training, health and safety issues, overtime, and rights to participate in workplace or company affairs. An agreement has not been reached because the NFL owners are seeking to increase their revenue stream by $1 billion, which in turn would reduce the revenue stream for the NFL players by $1 billion. The owners have also designed a new rookie wage pay scale, which is lower than the previous scale. In addition, the NFL owners want the football game schedule to be extended from a 16 to an 18-game season. The collective bargaining agreement expired on March 3, 2011. It was extended twice, but to no avail. The NFL players did not agree to the new agreement on the table, so the owners locked out the players from the training facilities and are refusing to pay them. The National Football League Players Association responded by announcing the association had decertified, effective immediately, simply meaning the association had disbanded. This step was necessary for the NFL players to avoid a stipulation in the current agreement, which stated the association could not file an antitrust lawsuit against the National Football League, and the announcement had to be declared before the agreement expired in order to avoid a 6-month waiting period to file the antitrust lawsuit. Therefore, the Players Association has filed a 52-page antitrust complaint. All of their claims arise and are brought under Section 4 and 16 of the Clayton Act and Section 1 of the Sherman Act, as well as multiple state contract and tort laws. Antitrust laws are meant to encourage competition within industries and promote fair business practices. The NFL players say many of these practices could be challenged on the grounds that they violate these laws. Any practice that could be seen as restricting a player's ability to earn money or change teams is a potential violation. The lawsuit is filed as a class action claim, meaning it covers all of the current players and their incoming rookies. The National Football League players also filed an injunction for the lockout to be lifted. An injunction is a court order that requires a party to do or refrain from doing certain acts. A party that fails to comply with an injunction faces criminal or civil penalties and may have to pay damages or accept sanctions. On April the 6th, there was a hearing held by Judge Susan Nelson. She mandated court order negotiations with Judge Bolin as a mediator. On April the 25th, Judge Nelson rules in favor of the players to lift the lockout on merit it was causing irreparable harm. The owners immediately requested she issue a stay on her ruling while they began working on their appeal. The request was denied and the lockout was lifted. 2 days later, the lockout was temporarily reinstated by the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. On May the 16th, the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals issued a permanent stay on the injunction, ruling Nelson and the lockout is back on. The owners are claiming that the decertification move performed by the NFL players is bogus and needs to be approved by the National Labor Relations Board. Therefore, the owners have filed an unfair labor practice charge against the Players Association with the National Labor Relations Board. We are currently waiting the announcement in the next few weeks whether the complaint will be heard. It appears that our judicial system has been staying very busy with the disagreement between the NFL players and the NFL owners. A satisfactory collective bargaining agreement between the sides would resolve all of these issues, and the football fans would be able to enjoy another football season. Both sides are currently negotiating with the mediator behind closed doors. In the UGA TV exclusive, we have been given special permission to see how these negotiations are progressing. Come on, let's join them now.